Gato Perro back with another Spider-Man figure review. Today on the Spider-Man Origins Iron Spider-Man figure. Alright, so this is another figure that I've had for a while now, but I never did get a chance to review. And I thought it was kind of necessary since I've only seen a couple of 2 reviews on YouTube. And I actually like it. It's one of my favorite figures that I have of Spider-Man that doesn't involve him wearing the classic red and blue suits. Now I'm going to throw some knowledge at you. There's 3 different versions of this guy. There's this guy, which was the first release from the Hasbro line from Spider-Man Origins, which was the first line they released after they got the rights of the Marvel Legends figures. So they continued that and mostly used molds from the early Toy Biz figures. And then they moved on to the Hasbro Spider-Man 2008 line, which saw this Spider-Man again, but in a much lighter red rather than the shiny metallic one. And the legs, or the spider legs, were a lot more golden yellow, kind of reverse of this. And then apparently there's a variant, I'm not even sure if it's a variant, but it's like a clear see-through Spider-Man one that's made out of some clear plastic, which looks pretty cool. Not really sure what it's about. It's not like it's a stealth Iron Spider-Man suit, but if that is possible and happened in the comics, then I guess that's reasonable to have. Anyway, back to this one over here, which I think is definitely the best one. I like the paint a lot better than the other one, because it is mostly metallic red, as it should be, because it is an Iron Spider suit. And let's get a sculpt. It has this weird, almost alien-shaped head going on. It does look like a helmet. The eyes aren't perfectly painted on mine exactly, but it's not too bad. Mostly just red, just skull-shaped with cool eyes. Not too big, but kind of a more triangular form rather than big circular ones than I'm used to. Then we got this spider logo, which is just about the only thing that's sculpted throughout this guy. It's mostly just a body mold. Really cool looking spider logo. It does extend to the back that connects to these things, and these are the spider legs that most of the time whenever I find them at flea markets, they are usually not all there. And I was finally able to find one that was, obviously this one, and that's really cool. They don't have as much articulation as I thought they did, but they're pretty good enough. I'll get into it later, but they do have some texture in there, some almost like nanotech stuff going on. I guess that's the word I'll use. And it has his gauntlets over here on the side, fingers, then we got into these really skinny legs, and then we got this string guards at the bottom. So for articulation, his head is on a hinge and it'll go up about that high, goes down that much. His arms are on the shoulder joints, so they go out that much. They go forward, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. So he does have wrist articulation, but they do not go side to side. He kind of has these fat fingers over here, which are kind of easy to look over, but still, he does have individual finger articulation as well. His ab crunch is able to go about that far front and that far back. There is no waist joint for whatever reason there is, which I really wish they would fix, or maybe they could release a new one using the new Superior Spider-Man mold they're going to be using for that $20.99 and that comic book Spidey. Anyway, he has wide joints that have to flip forward, and you have to make them rotate outward. He does have a thigh swivel as well. He does double jointed knees. He does have ankle articulation. He goes up, down, toe joint, and his ankles move side to side. And for these tentacle thingies, they each have a ball joint that connects over here that does not allow for the best movement. I guess this one has the best one, I guess. It goes forward, out, not really side to side, maybe just a bit. Alright, it has a joint over here, here, and that would be it. And there's nothing over here as much as I wish there was. But I think you would probably customize it, and they're not too weak or like breakable, and I don't think they're as hard to pull out as I think they should be or shouldn't be, whatever. So I don't think there should be no excuse for why I should find this guy always in pieces whenever I find him at flea markets. And for those who like size comparisons, here he is next to the black suit Spider-Man that was also re-released from the Spider-Man Origins line using a much more silver paint rather than the white that was used from the Toy Biz line. And the Spider-Man Classic Snapshot Spider-Man. So that's going to be it for this guy's review. As you can see, he's semi-posable. He's decent enough, but he's definitely not the best posable Spider-Man figure out there. I think it's mostly the waist joint that kills it, and his legs don't go far out enough, and his arms don't go far out enough. But that's all some complaints. I think mostly I like just how the fact that the legs stick out, and just the fact that I have a new Spider-Man to have in my collection that's not the classic red and blue as I mentioned before. So that's going to be it for now. I'll come back with more reviews later on, and some stop motion will eventually come up at some point. This is Gato Perro.